All right, this is AJ with the Small Market Podcast. I'm here with Mike Wilson at Curveball Collectibles in Old Towne. How you doing, Mike?
Great. How you doing today?
Good, good. We were trying out this new thing, this card score system that Mike's been kind of hyping up. It seems pretty cool. I got to demo it a little bit earlier today, but Mike is going to demo it right now for us so you can see how this works. Mike, you want to kind of walk us through it a little bit?
First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to cardscore.com. You have to create an account. Once that's all created, they'll verify your account. You're going to hit the scan QR code, which we've already done. And this is the app right here, so we're just going to click on that. There we go. Got her.
There.
All right, we're going to hit use scanner now. That's the next step. Okay. So it gives you the information here. Choose scan title. It gives you all the info, the raw or the slab. So we're going to do the raw. Continued. Options, choose number of cards. We're going to do 1. That's all you can do as of right now. So then we're going to open up the scanner, and it's going to show us in here where the card's going to go on the app, as you can see. So it's face up to start off, Mitch? Either or, it don't matter. Okay, so we're going to put the card in. We go down.
You're doing this all from your phone.
All from the phone, yep. So now we're going to hit continue. We're going to do front of the card. And it gives us a scanning the card. And now we're going to go through the status of uploading. So that takes about 3 to 4 minutes. So
right. So
in between that, we can do some other questions.
Yeah. So the reason it's taken so long, like you said before, is because it's taken really high resolution shots of this card. So, okay. This is kind of more ideal for. This will work as like a archival system a little bit as well.
Yeah. So the resolution, like I was telling you earlier, your fingerprint. They tell you, and it's true, no fingerprint is the same. So it's going to be the same way with the card. They're getting in so deep into that card. So if there is people that try to switch their cards out, which have been something that's been brought up, they're not going to be able to, because it's going to be able to scan it and say, no, that's not the card that's supposed to be in there with that. Once we go to the slabbing, which is going to be the next option after the raw card, the slabbing is going to be able to be done in store. Okay. We will set up an appointment with Card Score. Say, hey, we have 100 cards we need slabbed here. They'll give us a time and a day. They're going to come to us. It's going to be done right in store.
Perfect.
You'll get your cards back same day.
Now, the benefit of this versus PSA or BGS or SGC, the top 3, just to name a few, is that it's undercutting as far as prices go, big time.
And you got at least 50 eyes up to 100 eyes looking at every card.
That's another thing. So Mitch explained that to me pretty well. It's kind of like a... Mitch, what was the term you used? Not ride share, but like crowdsourced. Thank you. Yep. It's like a crowdsourced grading system. So 50 different people kind of look at it and grade it, give it a score, and then they take the average of that.
And that's 1 to 100 on each, on 4 points.
Exactly, on centering surface, edges, all that stuff.
Yep.
Then, say you decide you want to go forward with that score or whatever, you pay your $16.
Yeah, and what's cool about this is if you come in and you bring 10 cards, you can upload all 10 cards, but then just pick the ones you want to submit. So at a later time, you can go into your archive on your app for your account, and you can upload them at that time.
That's awesome.
And what's also coming next is these. They're going to allow us to sell these in store to customers. I think they're $75 to $100. You take it home and use it with your scanner, and you can do everything from home. You don't even have to come into the store to do it anymore.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
Yep.
So basically grading right from home.
Exactly. Because it does take 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So you're looking at 5 to 7 minutes per card.
Right.
And so, as of right now, you can't do 9 at a time, even though it has the template in there for 9. It's just 1 at a time.
Right.
When it comes to be able to do 9, I mean, it's still going to take a minute, but you'll be able to do 9 at one time.
That's a brand new system, and there's a little bit of kinks to be worked out. So you don't have to send in any cards or anything just yet. That'll come when the slabbing service
slabbing will happen here.
Slabbing will happen here.
Yeah, they'll set it up. All right. So I can show you. I actually put it in front, but it's the back. So the back is up, even though I have it labeled wrong. So we got it as the back. So we hit continue. So now we're going to open up. And this is kind of how we're doing it right now.
Basketball before, but that was like a marketing video, how shape
You also said this is kind of ideal for, you've got a lot of vintage customers here,
Yes.
including myself, you know.
I think vintage is going to be big with this.
Yeah, it's going to be bigger even later on, but like there's a lot of vintage cards that aren't necessarily high roller cards. Yeah, it's scanning now.
Yep.
So there's a lot of
flip-flops. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of vintage cards that aren't necessarily like
Yeah.
high dollar cards.
PC Tiger cards from '68.
Right. Yep. I've got the K-line run and not everything from
all that
K-lines.
stuff that's kind of beat up too. That would be ones and twos if it's something you just want encased with a score on it. I think vintage is going to be huge with card score.
Exactly, and it's kind of a more economical way to go.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially with turnaround times.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big time. I mean, right now turnaround times and prices are a killer.
And
for
anybody
PSA
that knows
and
me
stuff.
knows this is just another tool in the industry. I stand behind PSA as far as the guys that are looking to flip cards and make their biggest value, because that's always going to be the front runner in the grading.
A lot of modern and ultra modern, right?
But this right here is just more innovation, and I'm pretty terrible with innovation, to be honest with you. But after we got the pitch on this, and I talked to Scott at the stadium too, and we kind of talked, and I'm like, hey, we need to get ahead of this.
Yeah.
And there's only 14 locations in the United States that have it, and we're one of them right now.
And there's like 6 in Michigan
6
or
in
4
Michigan,
in Michigan?
yeah, 6 in Michigan right now.
6 in
So
Michigan.
2 at the stadium, us, Bob out in Lansing at the Lansing Wall for Red Cedar.
Yeah.
And then Lou Brown, who has a stake in Card Score out at Legends in Grand Rapids.
Only one in the Great Lakes Bay region, though, so
Yes,
that's pretty
exactly.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's nice. So I know you've been kind of talking about this and thinking about this system for a little while. How excited were you being at the National and knowing this thing was
We were
coming to
super
your
excited
store?
because we actually got to sit and talk with the reps at the National. We gave some input. Me and Scott had also talked. Had the same. When we sat down and talked about this, we all had the same concerns and wanted to have questions answered on what direction they were going to. And being told what we thought we should see in this system was reassuring. So it was a no risk for us, to be honest with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, last question. Where's Card Score out of? What are they?
That's a
City
great question.
or-
I want to say they're out of Grand Rapids because I think Lou Brown
okay.
out of Legends has ownership in this, I believe.
Okay.
But it might be Texas, to be honest with you, because they're in Texas quite a bit for shows.
Okay, but they're planning to go national.
Yeah,
and stuff.
but it tells me that if there's 6 in Michigan, it's based in Michigan.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, 6 of the 14 being in Michigan.
All right. I'm curious. I'm curious about the background a
So
little bit
here
more,
we
but
go
we'll
on
look into that.
We're
But
at
yeah,
50%. Almost there, and then I'll show you guys the next steps because then we're going to label the card.
that's a little bit quicker than I thought. That's pretty cool.
It's been pretty quick.
Sweet.
I'm just dumb and put the wrong side up. So
Oh, that's all
not a
right.
big deal. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to the next step.
That is pretty
So
cool.
everybody's concerned, well, what about the scratches we see in chrome cards and stuff? I said, well, if I can see what gets put up on these, the chromes stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
They really do.
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice. I saw some of the scans on there. So I went to it and kind of demoed it a little bit too on the website and got to grade some
to
cards
score
right
other people's
there.
cards,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I set up my profile and stuff.
Yep.
Mitch said it's super easy. It's kind of fun actually, and
Yeah.
kind of addictive. It's
I mean,
almost a
get
game.
free time at night or during the day or whatever. I mean, a
And
lot of
they
guys
pay-
like to look at cards, and that's pretty much what you're doing. So.
Exactly. And they pay you like a nickel a
Yeah, I
card,
mean, you're not going to
think,
get rich
you know.
on it, but I mean, you
No.
can make enough to pay for your stuff to be great when you want to do your own stuff.
Exactly.
Because it sets it up in an account once they pay you, and then you have the option to link it to your bank account or your PayPal to have it dumped then. But
Exactly.
if not, just keep tallying it up till you get $16 and then grade a card.
It's pretty sweet.
I mean-
yeah. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This
Yeah.
is fun.
Yep.
How far are we along now?
I'm just going to show. I'll break it down after this to show
That's cool.
what it will be, how everything does. I go to the other cards.
All right, we'll take a quick break here and we'll be right back. All right, so this is the next step in the process here.
So we've done the uploading. So there's the scan of the front and the back. Everything's good.
Perfect.
So we're going to go continue. So this is it has you put in the information. It's a 2018. Oops. 2018. The brand is Tops. What is
See how there's new upcoming people do.
Tops?
Yeah, what's the other offensive line?
Big league.
Yeah, Top's Big League.
Show here.
We can really
Have a good one.
Hey,
See
take
you
care.
later, Cole.
see.
Yep.
No notes. Then we're gonna go save. Brand cannot be more than 13 characters long. So let's go what they have on the card.
You just
Topps
put Big Wheel or
BL.
something? Yeah.
Yep. Save. So we already had put one in.
Nice.
So there's the Ohtani. So then what we do here is we go there and it gives you the information. We can edit the card. We can delete the card out of our archives, or we can submit it for scoring. So when you hit submit, it gives you all the breakdown information. We're not going to submit this card, but here's all the info. You hit continue. It breaks you down through submitting, shipping information, payment information, and then confirm your payment.
That's sweet.
Pretty easy, pretty simple. And like I said, we can always keep it in our archive.
Very cool.
If you want to come in and do 20 cards in one day, you can, but I only want to submit 2 today.
Yeah,
Submit 2.
yeah. So then they send you, once you submit it and you pay for it, what do you get in the mail?
This is what I got an image here they sent me. So here's a Griffey that they did for the raw cards. So you can see it's a one-touch case, so it's magnetic. Put your card in it, and it gives you the strip to put across the front.
Nice.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if you don't, I mean, to put it on there is cool. I would put it on your cases like that. Now we just had something that just came back that they showed, because you can do graded too. You can score your graded cards. It's not just about raws.
So you can have something double graded,
Yeah.
basically.
So here's a Herbert that they just did, and the information came in the mail. It got a PSA 9, but it got a card score of 92. So they put the strip on the back, like they put it in a sleeve, and they put the grade across the back, so it's double graded now.
Oh, cool.
So you can do your graded cards too.
That's awesome. That way there's no debate about like, where your
so,
card,
I mean, card score
is.
92 is a 9. PSA 9 was right on with the grade. So.
Yeah. Nice.
Except for PSA's got 3 people looking at. They probably had anywhere from 50 to 100 looking at this one.
Right. So which one's a little more accurate?
Yeah,
Probably
and it tells you, and it actually just shows that PSA was right on top of the grade with that too.
Right. So both are pretty accurate.
Exactly.
But to have like
But the turnaround on that with PSA and what they want to do with this, so a little bit different on the turnaround time.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike, for talking to us today. I hope that kind of clears everything up as far as what Card Score does.
And if they have any questions, they can visit our Facebook page, Curveball Collectibles, Old Towne Saginaw. We have links up there to Card Score. We also have some videos that they just posted too that we put in the links as well. There's a 3 or 4 minute video that kind of walks you through in a nutshell what we showed today.
Very sweet. Thanks again for your time today, Mike.
Hey, no problem.
This is AJ from the Small Market Podcast. Be sure to tune in on Wednesdays. Listen to new episodes every Wednesday. See you later.
Neighborhood on the scene.